Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today we're going to do an activity where we learn to write a postcard. We're learning in our topic this term about Wally, who goes off travelling around the world. And when he goes there, he sends us little postcards to show us what he's been doing. So here I've got an outline of a postcard, and on it I'm going to show you how we can write a postcard to someone. I've got some photos up around the outside of places that you might recognise. They're all places in Worthing, because to start with we're going to imagine that we have gone on holiday to Worthing. Do you recognise any of these places? Maybe you've been there. And you could use that knowledge to help you write a postcard about somewhere that you've been, like Worthing. So, here's our outline of our postcards. Now, the first thing we need to think about is who are we going to write this postcard to? I'm going to write this postcard to Janetta. And her name is going to go on the right-hand side of the postcard. Her name's going to go up the top, right near that stamp of the Queen up there. And I have to know where she is. Now, as we all know, she spends most of her time at Palatine School. So I'm going to put Janetta at Palatine School, which is on Palatine Road. In Worthing, of course, well done. That's our home town. Also on an address, we put something called a postcode, which is so the post office knows where to send it. And our school postcode is BN12 6JP. And then I know I can start my postcard by writing, Dear Janetta. Put a little comma there at the start as well. But if we're going to start writing to her, we want to be nice at the start, don't we? So we could say, hello. Why don't we ask her how she is? How are you? If we ask someone a question, what do we need to put at the end of that sentence? Can you think? A question needs a question mark. There's a question mark at the end. It's a nice way to start a postcard because it shows we're thinking about the other person. Right, I need to tell her about my holiday. I am on holiday in Worthing. That's a good start there. I'm going to put a full stop. We need to remember, because Worthing is the name of a place, it needs to have a capital letter, like the start of our sentences and the start of Janetta's name. Do you think I'm having a good time? I am. It's really lovely. Oh, where could I go? I'm going to pretend I have been to the... Oh, I could pretend I've been to the Lido. Have you been to the Lido? And I could pretend I've been to Splash Point, the swimming pool. Maybe you've been there as well. And Splash Point. Both with capital letters because they are real places. Or maybe I should say what Splash Point is. And Splash Point swimming pool. Brilliant. I know. I could say that I went, have you been here? This is the Dome Cinema. So I could put, I also went to a cinema. How about an old cinema? Because I could use an adjective to describe it. I went to an old cinema. Old cinema called the Dome. What else could I do? Have you noticed? Lots of my sentences start with an I, and I want to make them start with something different. I want to make my writing have lots of different things to it. So I could say, the beach is lovely, but a seagull, I know, a seagull stole my donut. And I've put an exclamation mark because that's a funny thing, isn't it? That's something funny that happened. The beach is lovely, but a seagull stole my donut. I'm right near the bottom of my postcard now, so I'm going to need to finish it. How shall I finish it? The beach is lovely, but a seagull stole my donut. Hope to see you soon. From, and then I put my name at the end, from Nathan. So you, with your empty postcard, your blank postcard that you've got in your pack, you could pretend that you've been somewhere and write a postcard. Or you could write a postcard about somewhere that you've really been, somewhere that you know really well.